Hello, Divines. Welcome to day 8 of your 15-day video challenge. Sorry for the delay. We've had a couple of home issues that put me a little behind schedule, but we're back, and this is your opportunity to catch up with the older videos as well with day 6, 7, and 5, 6, and 7. And the theme for today is intuition, and I want to ask you, how does your intuition communicate with you? We each have these energy systems within our body, and we each have different powers of communicating with the energy field. So sometimes we hear things, sometimes we sense things, sometimes we see things, sometimes we just know things in our heart. Sometimes our body is very clear with us, and the trick is to really pause long enough to listen. And some of us have had these conversations already about how do you know when to make decisions? How do you know how to price something? How do you know how to name something, a website or whatever? How do you know what brand you're going to use? And a lot of times we can seek external validation or external advice, which is great because I'm your mentor and I want you to hear my advice. But more importantly than that, I want you to have a way to engage with your own internal guidance system. And I have a feeling some of you already do certain things and maybe you're not calling it intuition, and maybe some of you are already really advanced in listening. So I want to know from you, how do you listen to your intuition? Do you hear it? Do you see something? Do you sense it? Do you have a process for connecting with it? So I can't wait to hear all of your various ways for connecting with intuition. And for me, in case you're wondering, I journal quite a bit. I get into meditation with very specific questions, and I doodle. I love doodling. It actually lets me just get into this zone of, I feel like I'm in flow. I love to draw, so it gets me into the zone of feeling like I'm in my zone of genius, in one of my zones of genius, because I love to do other things too. I love to get out into nature, but the way I hear it, those are modalities for connecting. But the way I actually hear it, for me, it's like this, I actually do hear things sometimes. So I feel like I get gentle guidance from angels and from the divine. But in my heart, there's like this knowing that I hit. And then even though the ego might try to convince me that there's, alternatives or problems or questions, I get this knowing. And I'm like, nope, this is it. I know it. I don't know why. I don't need to know why, but this is it. So how does it communicate with you? Do you have a way to connect with it? I can't wait to hear. And I'll see you in day 9, probably wearing the same thing. Mwah.